How do psychological biases undermine prioritization techniques? Imagine trying to organize your day, but your mind keeps pulling you toward tasks that seem urgent or familiar. Sometimes your brain tricks you into making choices that don't really serve your goals. That's because psychological biases can mess with how you decide what's most important. These mental shortcuts seem helpful but often lead us astray. They distort how we see tasks, making us overlook what truly matters or overvalue what feels easiest or most familiar. For example, confirmation bias makes us favor information that supports what we already believe. So if you think a certain project is the most important, you might ignore evidence that suggests you should focus elsewhere. Anchoring bias is another common issue. If you start with a first impression or past success, you might cling to that idea, even if circumstances have changed. This can cause you to stick with outdated priorities instead of adjusting to new information. Availability bias also plays a role. If a task is fresh in your mind or emotionally charged, you might prioritize it over more critical but less memorable tasks. This can lead to focusing on what's loudest or most recent rather than what's most impactful. Expedience bias pushes us to make quick decisions without gathering enough information, often leading to choices that seem urgent but aren't actually important. Similarity bias makes us favor tasks that align with our past experiences or preferences, which can limit our willingness to try new approaches. Resource-saving bias causes us to overvalue improvements in areas where we already see gains, ignoring other tasks that could be more beneficial. All these biases can cause us to focus on the wrong activities, making it harder to reach our goals. They can lead to procrastination, misallocation of time, or sticking with familiar routines that don't push us forward. To counteract these biases, it helps to question your assumptions regularly. Seek different perspectives and use structured methods like the Eisenhower matrix or the Pareto principle. These tools help evaluate tasks based on importance and urgency rather than gut feelings. Take time to gather complete information before making decisions and reflect it on past choices to spot patterns of bias. Practicing mindfulness or journaling can also increase awareness of emotional reactions that influence your priorities. By understanding how these biases work and actively challenging them, you can improve your ability to prioritize effectively. This means making smarter choices about where to put your time and energy, which ultimately helps you achieve your goals faster and more efficiently. When you recognize these mental shortcuts, you can develop better strategies to stay focused on what truly matters.